Hey guys, good to see you again, and thanks for tuning in. You know, we are really close to getting our church up and running as far as the building goes. And I just wanted to give you a thought that I had for today, because we've been working here all day. There's been a stack of guys here at our latest working booth. But you know, last week, Chris, I and Sam tried to put down, or not tried to, we actually put down the floor just in the boardroom. And we were here nearly all day, did a good job, cut it all in, got it all done, and it's actually come up pretty good, as you might be able to see from some of the photos. But today, we did the children's church area. Now, the children's church area is about 3 times larger than the boardroom. And we had a stack of guys here, both from Coastside and from People Builders. And if you have a look at this time lapse, and just have a look at how many guys were here, all keeping safe distance, of course, putting down the carpet. We smashed out the entire floor in about an hour. Not only did we get the entire floor done in an hour, we then had lunch, then we went down to the studio in the main church area, and we did the entire floor down there in another hour. And my point is this: unity is an amazing thing. And when we do stuff together, it's always quicker and easier than when we do stuff by ourselves. Now, this works within churches, and the more people we had at the working bee, especially the latest one, we smashed out so much of the work that we literally believe that we're only about 2 weeks away from actually having services in the building. But when People Builders connected with Coastside and the guys got together, the unity and the synergy was simply amazing. And we did literally double what we thought we'd get done. Why is this my thought for the day? I'll tell you why it's my thought for the day. Because 2 is always better than 1. You know, the Bible says that 2 is better than 1, and it goes on to say that a 3-folded cord is not easily broken. But when 2 people do something, or 2 churches do something, or a husband and wife get into unity and do something together, it's always better than one person going alone. Now, you might say, well, I don't have, a husband or a wife at this particular point in time. That's okay, because when you belong to a church, the church gets together, like the working bee we just had, and when we all get together, far more work gets done than if we're just here by ourselves. It also works in families. You know what? Keeping a good peace and a good unity between the mum and the dad and the kids makes the whole experience of loving and growing up as a family a lot easier. And I want to encourage you, listen, don't do life alone. Make sure you stay connected to your family. Make sure you stay connected with your friends. Make sure you stay connected with your church. And most of all, make sure you stay connected with God. You know, when the Bible says that 2 are better than 1, and then says, which I quoted before, a 3-folded cord is not easily broken. And what that is talking about is you, the people you do life with, and then putting God in the mix. God is that 3rd strand that makes something completely unbreakable. And I want to encourage you today, do life with others, and do life with God. You know, your life will never go as smooth as when you're in unity with others and in unity with God. And I want to encourage you today, stay connected within your family, within your community, within your church, and with God. You know, my final thought for today is this, that the Bible also says that when there's disunity, there's no blessing. And the enemy can come in really, really quick. And a lot of people just think, well, I'm in unity, or I'm out of unity. But the Bible says that when you're out of unity, that's when the enemy can get in there. And when you're not getting on really well with your wife or your husband, and you're not in unity, you know what happens? The enemy can get in there and things can go wrong really quick. A small fight can turn into a big fight, which turns into continual fighting, which turns into sometimes separation and divorce. If God blesses unity, the enemy jumps on disunity. Being out of sorts with your family brings disunity. Being out of sorts with God allows the enemy to get in there. being out of sorts or not connected to your church is also another gap where the enemy can get in there and start to pull you away from the people that love you and are connected with you. So we've got to remember these points, right? Unity, more gets done, connected, God puts his blessing there. Disunity, the enemy gets in there, things start to go wrong, both in the natural and the spiritual. And if we can remember and stay connected to these two principles, our life will be a lot better off. The enemy will be pushed out of our lives, and God will be the head of our lives and keep us all in sync. So let me encourage you today. Stay in unity. Stay connected to God. Stay connected with your family. Stay connected with your church. Stay connected with your friends, I should say. Stay connected with everybody, and that's when the blessing of God will flow through. But the moment you're starting to push people out of your world, pushing your husband or your wife out of your life, starting to push your kids out of your life, starting to push the church out of your life, starting to push God out of your life, that is the first step where the enemy can get in there and start to do a massive amount of damage. So stay connected and you will be blessed. You know, we have had just the most amazing time doing the renovations here at the church. And although church hasn't been on, the community and the connection that we've made with the guys that are here and the guys that I've been building with and laying carpet, that unity, I don't think that would have even been found if just doing church as we always did it. So I am so grateful for every season that God allows us to walk through. And I want to encourage you, be grateful for the season you're in, stay connected, push against disunity, and life will be good. Can't wait to see you for live. I believe COVID is starting to come to an end, and we'll be in live services real shortly. So stay tuned and keep up with us, and we'll let you know what's happening when our first service will be on. Until then, be good, and I will see you next time.